Quintavius, just walk us through the play on Saturday against Mississippi State where you forced the fumble. Just what did you see on that play, and how big was it in that moment to force the fumble?
I mean, that was a big moment for me. That was a big moment for the team. But I feel like the way that we prepare week in and week out by covering down to the football, I feel like they just played full effect in the game.
Yeah, the run defense has just continued to be one of the strengths of this unit throughout the year. What has allowed this group to start the season pretty good against the run and maintain that level of play through most of the season?
Yeah, I mean, back in fall camp, we knew as a defense that we wanted to stop the run this year, and I feel like we took full effect of that.
Still only in your second year here at Georgia, just how much more comfortable do you feel at this point in the season, especially compared to where you were at the beginning of the year?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm comfortable, but I'm not gonna say that I'm not comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable, but I know that I can get better day in and day out, and there's a lot that I can get better at.
Obviously, you weren't, nationally known as a recruit, and you came here. Just what has been the development? I mean, over the 2 years you've been here, how have you seen yourself grow? And was this kind of what you were hoping for, when you chose to come to Georgia?
I mean, this is exactly what I was hoping for when I came to Georgia, but I didn't fully expect that it was gonna come for me this fast. I knew that I had to learn the defense, learn the scheme of the way that things go here, and I knew what I wanted to do. I knew my purpose coming in. I feel like that's how I got here.
When we talked to Coach Smart yesterday, he talked about how much you've grown as a leader. What has it sort of taken for you to do that? And was being a leader something that came natural to you, or did you kind of have to get comfortable with that?
Yeah, I feel like being a leader became natural to me because that was a role that I played when I was in high school. So coming up, I just knew that I could affect the guys around me by what I do and what I say.
Well, what have you kind of seen as far as the uptick in this pass rush? What do you think you guys? What's the next step for you guys as far as trying to continue to get better?
Yeah, basically just continuing to get better, keep getting reps at practice in the pass rush, and just believing in ourselves.
I think it was 3 sacks that you guys had against Mississippi State. What was the key to kind of getting better pass rush, and what in particular do you guys need to do against Texas to continue that?
Yeah, I say just rushing as a unit, everybody communicating up front, keeping the quarterback in the trap and knowing our rush lanes.
Yeah, you're someone from this state. What does it mean to you to represent the University of Georgia, being a Georgia native?
It means a lot to me. Growing up, I knew that I wanted to be a dog. People around me growing up knew that I had the potential to be a dog. So I just feel like it just fell in my path.
And speaking of Georgia guys, you saw Zayden Walker kind of in a bigger role on Saturday. What has his progression been like throughout the year, and what have you told him throughout the year as a guy who was in his shoes as a freshman?
Yeah. With Zayden Walker being my locker mate, I feel like we talk every day after practice. And he tells me how he feels, and I tell him just basically keep your head on and keep on grinding, and things are gonna pay off.
Last year, I thought you got your Chad Champers kind of the guy out there. What is the biggest thing you learned from him? Where you take from him this year?
I took a lot from Chaz Chamberlain last year. Chaz put me up under his wing, taught me most of the defense, taught me different positions like Sam, Jack, and just being able to be capable of doing everything on the field, from special teams to defense.
KJ had a big game for you guys on Saturday, 10 tackles. Just what does he mean to this defense and what he does, and just what it provides you guys?
Yeah, KJ means a lot to the defense. He's a big leader in the secondary of the defense. That's basically it. He's a great leader, on and off the field.
You and DeMello were both guys who played quarterback some in high school. One who was the better high school quarterback between the two of you guys, but two, does that help at all, having that experience in high school, now playing the defensive side of the ball in college?
I mean, it could plays a part in our college career, but I feel like we're both just having the mentality of wanting to win and wanting to do things the right way.
So first off, who was the better quarterback between you two?
If we're going off stacks, I'll probably say DeMello, Cause he played. I tell him every day, like 1A. If I played quarterback in 1A Georgia football, I'll probably look like Cam Newton out there. But I obviously put myself first.
What stands out to you about this Texas offense? Just what you guys are going to be up against on Saturday?
Yeah. Shoot, what we faced the past 2 years. Like, we know what we're capable of. We know what they're capable of. So basically, just winning up front and doing our 11-man job.
You guys made the college football playoff last year. I know you guys focus week in, week out on the opponent, but in terms of big picture, what do you guys think about, keeping it going and make sure you guys get there again?
No, as a team or as a staff, like, as a team, period, we don't even think about those. We just think about the week in and week out, who we got up next. We never think about the big picture. And we consistently come in and get better day by day.
Obviously, you said a minute ago, you grew up wanting to be a dog. Now that you're here, it seems like every week you guys have a big game in there to you guys. I'm sure they are all big games, but having another matchup like this and getting to represent Georgia, where's that kind of fit in your mind as far as, oh man, I need to go out here and be a part of this great atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, these are the type of moments that I dreamed of. I always wanted to play in big games like this. So I know just standing up to the table and knowing what I can do in the game and what the game can do for me outside of the game. That's about it.
Any more for Quintavius? All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Quintavious.